What's up, everybody? It's your girl Jasmine, aka the Nurse RX, and this is where you can get your prescription for all things nursing related. If you're new to my channel, go ahead and hit that subscribe button below. You literally don't lose anything from it. If you're not new to my channel, welcome back. How y'all doing? Thanks for checking back in with your girl. I know it's been a while, but listen, y'all, I just had an 11-week semester mixed labor and delivery with pediatrics. So glad that it's over, and I have some downtime right now before my next semester, so I'm gonna be filming a few videos today and this week so I can post more consistently for you guys. So today's video is going to be all about, as you guessed it, as you can see from the title, how to have a job during nursing school. Can you have a job? What type of job should you get? How many hours can you work while you're in nursing school? How to make a job work for you. Those are the basic topics that I'm going to be going over in this video. I'm going to be sharing a few of my tips and my own personal experience as I go along. As always, if you find any of this information at least a little bit helpful, go ahead and hit that like button below so more people can come across this video. And without further ado, let's get right into the video. A lot of people think that nursing school is going to take all of your time up, that you really are not going to have a life outside of nursing school. And for me and my personal experience, that's mostly true, but it's really just true around the times when you have exams. So I think that's a really common misconception about nursing school, that you won't be able to go to the gym, you won't be able to work, you won't be able to hang out with your friends, and you can do all of those things just as long as you practice your time management, you stay organized, and you know when it's the right time to do certain things. So to answer the big question, can you have a job during nursing school? Yes, you can have a job during nursing school. For those of you guys who do not know, I work in an outpatient surgery center. I have a video on my channel about what I do at my job. I'll leave that linked below, or if I can figure out how to link it somewhere, I'll link it in this video. But yes, I do work, and I have been working ever since I started nursing school. I think I started this job about a month, maybe 3 weeks into my nursing program, so I've been working all throughout. And just a nice little fun fact for you guys, my first semester of nursing school, I had 3 classes and I had an exam every single Wednesday for a different class. Every Wednesday I had an exam, and that started probably about 3 weeks into the program. So if I could do it, anybody can do it. So there are a few things that I recommend that you all consider when you're choosing the type of job to have. First, you want to have a job that is close to where you live. You do not want to be traveling to a job that's like 40 minutes away, because that time adds up and that cuts into your studying time or your sleeping time, and that is just doing a little too much. Try to find a job that is pretty close to where you live. Also find a job that's not stressful, and what I mean by that is a job that you do not have to take home. Once you clock out, you're done. You want a job like that because when you do clock out, your mind and your focus needs to be on school, it needs to be on studying, it needs to be on, your education. You do not want to have any job that's gonna be having you stressed out every week or having you do extra work off the clock when you're at home. Also, when considering if you can have a job during nursing school, you want to know yourself, know your limits. Time management is a big part into making this whole thing work, and you need to know that if you have an exam coming up, then you're gonna have to cut down your hours. Going along with that, if you're finding that your grades are decreasing, you're not understanding the material, or you're not studying as much as you used to, that's something that you need to take note of and make the appropriate adjustments. That could mean leaving your job and not working anymore, because although you can have a job during nursing school and you can make it work, you should never ever let it interfere with your studies. And if it is, then you either need to cut down your hours or completely remove yourself from having a job. Now this leads me to my next commonly asked question when considering having a job during nursing school. How many hours can you work when you're in nursing school? Well, I'll tell you guys right now, there are people in my program that work full-time, and they have their reasons for working full-time. Me personally, I do not work full-time. When I do have a week or two off of school, then I'll take on full-time hours. But while I'm in school, the most hours that I'll work in a week is probably about 24-ish hours a week. But people do work full time and they do make it work, and they keep up with their grades. I find that that is a little too much. People that I know that work during school, they work anywhere between 5 to 40 hours, just like I said, part-time to full-time. It really all depends on the individual. I do think that a lot of the people who do work full-time, they work night shift, which allows them to keep up with lectures and meetings that we have online, and any labs and any other assignments or meetings that we have. I think maybe working night shift is a little bit easier, especially if you're going to be working full time. Also, if you're going to be working full time, maybe consider a job that is like at a desk or a receptionist or the front office. Where I used to live in Philly before I started nursing school, a lot of kids would work at the front desk of apartment complexes, which were open 24/7, and they could spend their time studying while they were working. So that might be something to consider. The most important thing when trying to figure out how many hours you can handle at work is having a job that is flexible. A lot of jobs at restaurants are flexible, and if you're looking for a job in the medical field, you want to look for a job that is per diem. So per diem means as needed, so you just give them the days that you can work and they work around your schedule. So that's something that's really common in the healthcare field, is to have a job per diem. The job that I work at now is per diem status, so I basically just give my manager my availability for the month and she schedules me as she needs me. So definitely love that about my job. Having a flexible job will save you a lot of stress, and it's especially when they work around your schedule, it's just less of a commitment, I guess to say. So definitely get a job that provides you the flexibility and understands that you're in nursing school and your education comes first. So I mentioned a few examples a little bit earlier, but now discussing the type of jobs that you can or should work while you're in nursing school. Like I said, a restaurant provides a lot of flexibility. Also working like security or front desk or like somewhere in a reception area where you may be able to study a little bit while you're at work, that would be really beneficial for you in staying on track with all your assignments and all your studies. Like I said, if you want to start working in the medical field and get some healthcare experience, you do want to look for a job that is per diem status. So a lot of people in my nursing program, after the first or second semester, they apply for like nurse extern or nursing assistant positions at different hospitals around us. They usually require, like I said, 1 or 2 semesters of clinical experience, but they usually are per diem, and I believe the schedule for them is 4 shifts in a 6-week period. So they can take off a week if they have an exam, or they can put all 4 shifts in 1 week so they can have the next 3 weeks off, or they can work more than 4 shifts in a 6-week period, if that makes sense. Pretty sure I said something wrong there, but you guys get what I'm saying. The nursing assistant position is kind of like a CNA position, so you can look for that at your local hospital. They may call it different things, but that is definitely a great way, especially if you get a position on a floor that you want to work on after you graduate. Definitely a great way, if not to get your foot in the door, but also to make connections with other nurses, doctors, other healthcare professionals that can help you get a job on the floor that you want after you graduate. Other places you can consider if you're looking for medical experience is urgent care centers, outpatient facilities, doctor's offices. So like I said, even working at the front desk or as a secretary or receptionist in these medical offices will still get you that medical experience, will get you kind of familiar with medical terminology and just how healthcare facilities work. So definitely recommend any of those types of jobs. Then there's some people who have already had medical experience, or they're just too overloaded with all the medical things that we're learning in school that they just need a break. And for those type of people, I recommend different types of jobs, working in retail stores, working at restaurants, you can work for yourself, doing DoorDash, Instacart, things like that. Very, very flexible. And they give you a little bit of a break from all the medical things that we learn every single day in school. Now, I do have some tips for you guys on making your job work for you. because like I said, it can get hard, it can get difficult, especially around times when you have an exam. So it's really important to make your job work for you and not the other way around. So number one, you need a flexible job, which I know I've said 100 times in this video, but you need a flexible job. Flexible job that is enjoyable to you. That's gonna be your best combination in making your job work for you. And by flexible, if you guys already don't know, I mean flexible schedule. So a schedule where you can change your hours and you can, benefit from having that flexibility in times where you need to focus on school a little bit more. Number two, you need a job that meets your needs. So besides being flexible, which is really important because you do not want to be retaking a class or have so much anxiety when you're taking your final because you think you may fail or you're on the edge of failing or passing. So besides flexibility, a job that meets your needs. And this is something I want to say because a lot of people who do work full-time in my program, they work full-time because of the benefits from their job. So one of the benefits you can have from working full-time, especially in a hospital or medical facility, is getting tuition assistance or tuition reimbursement. So a lot of people, sacrifice some of their time and maybe a little bit of their sanity so they can get some tuition assistance, so that way they can actually go to nursing school. So you want a job that meets your needs, whatever your needs are. If it's just being flexible, cool. If it's helping you with your tuition, cool. If it is paying enough money so you can not have to take out student loans to pay your rent, cool. So you want a job that meets your needs. I think the most important tip that I can give you guys for making a job work for you while you're in nursing school is you have to stay organized. Having a job, whether you work 5 hours or 40 hours, it can really mess up your flow, it can mess up your routine. So staying productive, staying organized, and making sure you stay on task every day is going to be your best friend. It's going to be the key to making your job work, and it may even allow you to increase your hours at your job. So I have a video all about staying organized while you're in school, how to stay productive. I'll try to link that here or below, but definitely 100%. You can have a job where you work 1 hour every 2 weeks, and if you're not productive, you're not organized, you're not on task, that can mess you up. Most important thing, flexibility. It works for you and you're staying organized. All right, everyone, so I hope this answered the most common questions that I've seen about having a job during nursing school. If you guys have any other questions, like always, you can leave a comment below. You can email me. I always leave my email in the description of all my videos, and I do respond to every email and every comment. So you can leave any information, any other tips that you guys have for those of you guys who do work while you're in nursing school, leave them below. I just thought of another tip. A job that works the weekends may be helpful for you so you can stay on track Monday through Friday, and you can just study a little bit on the weekends. See, there's a lot of ways you can make it work, so don't be discouraged. You can have a job during nursing school. It's just up to you as an individual to make it work for yourself. So I hope this video was helpful. Make sure you guys hit that subscribe button and like this video, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.